What up, everybody, and welcome to Baz on Blades. My name is Baz, and I talk about blades. And today, a very short video for you, hopefully, and that's for two reasons. The first is I took a very bad fall off of a ladder last week, and I screwed my back up as bad as it has ever been in my life, and it has been extremely painful. Muscle spasms, guys. I have not been out of my home in a week. I have not been out of my home except once to go to the doctor to be checked on. So we're going to keep it short there because sitting down actually hurts my back. The second reason is I don't like doing negative videos. But in this case, you're going to feel and hear some emotion coming through. And that's because I'm freaking angry. I'm angry at myself is who I'm angry at. I want to say thank you, first of all, to Justin at White Mountain Knives, where I made this purchase. As always, dealing with Justin is like gravy cake. It's like cake with gravy on it. It's that damn easy and that damn good. Brother, this one is coming back to you lickety split, and I'm going to show the reasons in the video here. This is going to be a cautionary video for my viewers. But I'm angry at myself because I swore to myself, I never said it on camera or anything, and I was like, after the last Artisan CJRB knife that I bought, I was like, crap, I'm done with this brand. Everything I get from them is bad. And I don't know if you guys remember this classic right here, which was up until today the Lock Rock Champion, had insane Lock Rock right out of the box. Could not recommend this model. I actually kept this one because I want to experiment with a technique to retune liner locks by peening the liner to displace steel into that liner area, that contact area, and then re-grinding. I want to try that in the future if I've ever got a grinder set up that I can do it on. The next thing I got was the Artisan Arian, which is a pretty decent design. I got nothing against this. This is a White Mountain Knives exclusive in their AR RPM 9 powdered steel with Micarta handle scales, and it's a great looking OD green canvas Micarta. I mean, it really, when I looked at it, I was like, holy crap, that looks like my dad's bag when he came back from Vietnam. Okay, that's what that looks like it was made out of, and I really like that aspect. The bad thing about this knife is both of the liners were bent. Both of the liners were bent, and the centering was totally off to one side. I took this knife apart because I thought it was worth the trial and effort to do it. And I put it on a flat surface and checked the liners out, and I checked for burrs and everything. It looked like the liners were bent to me. So I straightened them a little bit in the direction they needed to go, reassembled, took it apart, straightened, reassembled, took it apart until I got it pretty much centered, close enough that I don't give a shit anymore. This knife, as much as I like it, and review coming up on it, it's going to go into the giveaway box because it's just not my thing. And you can see why. Stupid crap. Spidey flicking everything. That's the stupidest thing. I'm going to make all the Spidey flicking guys hate me. I bet every one of you, when you're by yourself, you pick your nose constantly. That's what Spidey flickers do. They're nose pickers. So this knife, the centering was terrible. The liners were bent. Other than that, the lockup's solid. Action is good. I mean, you saw I'm a dumbass and can't open it, but It's a good knife, and it'll make a good knife for somebody to win in a giveaway. But that's not what this video is about. That's just a little history as to why I'm so angry at myself. I swore after those experiences I would never buy another product from this company. And this knife came out. I love the design. I love this man's designs. Michael's design, Michael Gavko from Gavko Knives. I love his design. I mean, every knife, even if it's a blade that I'm like, that's crazy dumb. You know, I still love the design. So they did a titanium frame lock of this knife called the Great White. It's in the $200 range, give or take. And I never got one because I very seldom spend that much on knives, and I don't like recurves. So now you're like, well, Baz on Blades, why in the hell did you buy this knife if you don't like recurves? This is one of those knives I seldom buy, and that is something I bought because it was interesting. I thought it would make good review fodder, and it's going into a giveaway. That was the plan from the get-go. It was going to go into a big giveaway along with that other Artisan. But I can't even give this knife away. I can't even give this knife away. It's not even safe to use, in my opinion. And I'm going to show you why. This is a cautionary tale for anyone considering this new budget version of the Artisan Michael Gavko Knives designed Great White. Now, this one is in a micarta with a black finish on the blade, and it's AR RPM 9 for your blade steel. No issues there. It is a black micarta over recessed liners, and you can see there's a coating on that liner. It's sort of this midnight blue raven sort of thing, and it's sort of funny that they spent the time and money to do a special coating, and then that's the only place you can see it. Now, I don't normally do this in the sunlight. Oh, I got it right there. I can see that special coating. Jesus. Anyway, I don't know why they did that, and that will come into play later on in the review. So what's wrong with this knife? Well, lock rock. The lock rock out of the box was so bad, I was fearful to even test it because the action is super slinky on this knife, okay? Out of the box, it was absolutely zero resistance, just let go, and it's like something free falling, drop shut. But the lock rock was insanely bad, so I tightened it up, okay? I tightened the action. And what I'm going to do here right now is, oh shit, I thought I had, yeah, I got my driver here. I'm going to snug the action right meow so you guys see it before I show you the rest of what's wrong here. So, all right, now I snugged it down. Let's look at our centering here. Can you see the centering? All right. Centering is slightly off to the back side there. And you've got to loosen it up to get the centering back to the center. I had bad centering with every knife from this company. Every knife has had bad centering. So, we're going to open this thing. Open this thing right meow and... Okay, guys. My hand is resting across this liner lock, reinforcing it, making it harder for that liner lock to move. And look at my hands. I'm not going white knuckled trying to stress on this thing, okay? It's got crazy lock rock. That lock is skating all over that lock face. The geometry on one of them is bad. It is bad. And it is allowing it to skate across there. And that is after it's tightened up. After it's tightened up. You guys just saw me. All right? It's got great action. And as bad as I am at spidey flicking, it's doable for me. So you spidey nose picking flicking guys will love it. And you know what? I love these liners. I love the look of it. This would have been a fantastic giveaway knife. But I can't even give it away, and I'm not keeping it. I already got one product from this company to experiment on with Lock Rock. I don't need a second one. Not at double the price, because this knife is like 60, 65 bucks, okay? Now, there is a major issue with the rendering of this knife. Lock Rock aside, that could be just this example. It could be just this example, guys. But there is something else wrong with this knife that I think is a foundational issue, that if your particular example wants to tend towards Lock Rock, this will make it do that. A folding knife needs a strong foundation. And this knife is the weakest, flexiest, cheapest feeling $60 knife I've ever come across. Any product from Civivi, Best Tech, Kaiser's Budget Line, any of those brands, any of those products, I've never felt anything like this. The issue is they have taken this micarta, they have machined the inside of it out, and look at those scales. That's not thick. I know that's radius, guys. They are radius. They are only full thickness in the very center and thin towards the edge. Then you machine out for these liners, which are crazy thin material anyway. Okay, they are on the thin side for modern liner locks. You machine out that pocket, it makes these scales so weak. This is crazy. If I actually get on this, I can squeeze this knife completely together. But the thing is, what you can't tell right now, as I squeeze this side, the back side is opening up. This entire scale is flexing. Not just right here. When you have it in your hand, as soon as you grip on it, under any use, I can feel everything on this knife moving. Everything. The scales are moving, this pocket clip is squirmy, and I can feel the liner lock moving. This knife is so bad in so many ways, it is like a perfect storm of fucked upness. That's what it is, and that's a damn shame, because look at it. It is a fabulous looking design. If this didn't have the recurve in it, this would have been a design I wanted personally. And I love this finish on the liners, even though it clashes with this blue. I would have said do a steel instead of aluminum. I think that's what that is, aluminum. Instead of doing aluminum, I would have done a steel collar on that and this finish. And one other thing that would have probably fixed everything about this knife is screw a bunch of recessing these liners into the scales. Why? Why would you spend money doing a special coating? This is not a standard coating. What knives have you seen that on? It's not a standard coating. That's a coating. It's a special coating. And any coating, regardless of how cheap or expensive it is, it adds to the cost of a product. So why would you do that and then recess it to where you don't even get to enjoy it? I mean, if you've got to get your knife and you've got to be like, oh, there it is. Oh, I had it. Damn it, I can't see it. If you've got to do that, that coating is wasted. This knife could have been fixed with going with the same stock thickness on the micarta, even radius. Go to non-recessed, true sandwich build with the liners exposed, and go a few thousandths heavier on the liner stock thickness. All right? None of those things would have increased the cost of this knife other than maybe pennies for a few thousandths more stock thickness on this liner lock. This knife, as it is built, is so flexible. You can take this knife and it's just fucking flexible. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, when you grip it, you can feel it instantly. I feel it flex. Oh my God, guys, this knife is so weak. It is so weak. Shit, man, that's such a good looking knife. I would have loved to have given this away. So what they need to do is go to a fully exposed liner. Don't recess this crap out. Leave the full stock thickness on the Micarta. Expose this good looking liner finish here all the way around, and go to a slightly thicker stock material for that liner lock, and that would be it. That would fix. Probably if that was done, the lock would be less sensitive to this issue that I have found here with excessive lock rock. It would be a less flexible, stronger feeling knife, and I think that would be a build that is worthy of this design. So, I mean, don't get this twisted, okay? I'm not pissed at anybody. I'm not going to tell you anything to do or don't do. I'm going to give you my recommendation. I think you already know it. My recommendation is do not purchase this model. If you do, you need to go into it knowing that if you get a good example, it is still going to have a weak foundation. When you grip a knife normally and instantly feel the handles, the entire handle flex, not even bearing down. I mean, just grip. In a regular grip, I already feel the whole handle flexing. I can't recommend that. I can't recommend that, and I'm not going to recommend. My recommendation is you do not buy, but if you do, go into it knowing this. And I'm going to say right now, I currently have no other plans to buy another product from Artisan Cutlery CJRB. Literally every folder I've ever gotten from them has been defective in some way or another and needed tune-up, or screw it, it's not worth it. I'm not buying any more product from them. If anybody from either one of these companies sees this and wants to reach out to me, please don't waste your time. I don't want any of your product. I just don't want it. I'm going to send this back, and I'm going to get my money back, or, store credit, however Justin wants to deal with it. I'm good either way, and he's a straight up guy, so no issues there. But I'm not keeping it. I'm not recommending it. And I probably won't buy any more product from this company beyond what I have on the table here right now. And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame right there. And it's a damn shame about this knife. I hope if you get it, you get a much better example than me. Check it for lock rock. Make sure that lock is stable when you get it. There's a way bunch of flex in that handle. And flexing a handle will cause a liner lock to disengage, especially a thinner liner lock. It will happen. That is a known issue in designing liner locks. So please be careful when you use this knife if you do buy it. And really, good luck to all of you that have bought this. So there you go. Not recommended. My back is killing me and I'm just rambling on. So we're going to cut off here. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch one of my videos. God bless all of you, and we will talk to you again.